All right, what up, y'all? Um, I feel like I've made this video over and over again, but combined with what I saw on Dynamite this week and the fact that AEW lost to NXT on their own night, um, this whole invasion, Death Riders ass storyline that's happening right now. If this doesn't lead to something amazing happening at Full Gear, it's over, bro. They need to let it go and just try something new. Because we've seen the invasion angle in wrestling companies forever. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the Immortal take over TNA. We've seen the Nexus take over WWE. We've seen the NWO, WCW. We've seen all of these. The invasion angle is one of the most tried and true wrestling tropes of all time. You know what I'm saying? If you're stuck in a storyline rut, you need something, put 5, 6 guys together and say they're going to take over a company. It works almost every time. It works almost every time. Both AEW, one, they tried this already with the whole with the Bucks, but it didn't work out that way. So they decided to do this with Mox in them. And at its core, this could be something interesting. But the problem is whether it's Mox writing the story or Tony writing the story or both of them, it doesn't matter. Someone's not doing this right. You know, someone is doing this very, very wrong. And now we've gotten to the point where there's people in the AEW sicko crowd, the live crowd, who paid money to go to these shows, are telling Jon Moxley, hey, go back to Roman. They're telling him to go back to Roman. This is the AEW sicko crowd, the live crowd. This isn't like a YouTube video or anything like that. These are people who are in the AEW crowd. And I was watching Dynamite live. I watched about an hour and 45 of this show live. The way the crowd was just completely silent during most of the show actually confuses me. It's like they're just there watching a play. There's like no chants going on. There's no clapping when the wrestler's in the rest hall. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing like that. It's just silence, bro. It's just pure, we're just watching this and hoping that something pops us. You know? And during this whole Mox promo, the crowd didn't care. It doesn't seem like anyone cares anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's very confusing to me how we've gotten so far to this point. But at the same time, it's not confusing. Because if you've been watching the show for a while, or just hearing about it, you really don't need to watch it. You know that this company has been spiraling to this point for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Now their biggest storyline doesn't really have the interest that a lot of people may think it should. This storyline is supposed to be their NWO, their Nexus, their Immortal in TNA. This is supposed to be one of the most tried and true wrestling tropes of all time, of getting a whole bunch of people together and taking over the authority. And that's not working? And you tried it twice in a very short amount of time and both of them didn't work? That's a problem. But you have the other side, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who thoroughly enjoy this storyline. And to them, honestly, I'm very envious. I'm very envious of people who can watch AEW and still find things to be interested in. Because I wish I could do that. But every time I watch this show, I just feel like nothing here matters. The pay-per-views matter. The pay-per-views put on really good shows for the most part. The pay-per-views damn near they never miss for the most part, you know what I'm saying? But these weekly shows leading up to the pay-per-views are freaking horrendous, bro. They're horrendous. When you mix that with a very minuscule crowd, and the crowd that is there, they don't give a damn, and then the crowd that is there, they don't give a damn. They're telling Mox he needs to go back to Roman. Because they themselves feel like this is less than what he should be doing. This storyline isn't working for so many different reasons. But they're too far in to just drop it. They can't drop it now. So at this point, now it's just about like reviving it, making people care. But that may be harder because now you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole, And that whole Mox takes over the TBS super station, that wasn't anything, bro. They promoted that on their Instagram page. I'm like, why would you promote an invasion like that? That should just happen randomly on TV. If you turned on Dynamite and Mox was like beating up somebody crazy and the TV program was acting weird, and that would have been something like, oh, what is going on here? As soon as the show starts, you got a cold open like that? No. They had to lead to it. And here, guys, is Mox taking over the station. Take it away. Like, what? Imagine when the Nexus jumped Cena, it was a segment. They said, oh, well, and here comes the Nexus beating up John Cena. Possibly making one of the biggest moments in WWE history. Take it away, Nexus. Like what are we doing here, bro? What are we actually doing here? Why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't understand how we've gotten to this point when you have fans and other people constantly telling you, hey, this isn't working. Please try something else. AEW's biggest hope right now is maybe the Hurt Syndicate. The Hurt Syndicate may be AEW's saving grace right now because they're booking them pretty well so far. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Bobby beats Swerve at Full Gear, but they're booking them pretty well right now. They look like they should be in main event superstars. So if you just keep going the route that you're going with them, you may have a saving grace. But at the same time, we can't just depend on Bobby and MVP. You know what I'm saying? We can't just depend on them. I don't think that they should just depend on them because anything can happen and then the storyline goes left and now you're really in trouble. And this is I thought about this. I thought about this a while ago, and I felt like if I were to bring it up, it would get like scoffed at, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like, why? You know what I'm saying? But I do think that AEW, if I were to like just say, like if they were to give me the book and just say, hey, fix this company life. You know what the first thing I'm doing is? I'm firing about 95% of the WWE talent that came in. Dead ass. I'm firing about 95% of them. You know why? Because this company was not built to be using the WWE retreads as a ratings boost. This company was built to be the separation between the WWE. It was supposed to be the alternative, but now all of their storylines, all of their main storylines deal with people that had most of their success on Raw or SmackDown or NXT. You know what I'm saying? If they were to give me the book, I'm going full AEW original. The only people that would probably stay are like Mox, Bryan, and Cole. Bob, going. Mercedes, going. Ricochet, super going. I'm now at this point, it's like we have to do something dire. Because nothing else is working. We have to do something dire because nothing else is working. And while it's a very weird way to go about it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at that and they would scoff at it because like that's like it's damn near out of this world to do something like that. I don't know what else to do. I'm at a loss for like reasons or different ways to go about this, because now we're at this point where it's like, what else can you do? People come to AEW to watch something that is different than Raw and SmackDown. But if you're not doing anything that's different than Raw and SmackDown, why in the world are we watching? You know what I'm saying? And if we're being honest, I still think this storyline has something to do with the back end of why CM Punk left. They were building storylines still off of the fact that Punk wasn't in the company anymore. So now these storylines are still very much living off of a wrestler that doesn't even work there. It's like AEW can't let it go. And they need to let it go. But the ratings are going to continue to fall. They're going to continue to get beat down by NXT. And if no one cares, no one cares. You know what I'm saying? I can't make them care. I wish I could. I can't make them see how bad this is about to get. Or how bad it's already getting. I can't make them see it. If they don't see it, they just don't see it. I'm not even worried about the fans right now. The fans, at this point, they don't even matter to me. I ain't gonna lie. Because the fans are always gonna look at it a certain way, and they're not going to see the error of their ways until it's already bitten them. You know? This is about Tony Khan fixing this company for the better. For everyone. Not just the sickos. For everybody. If he doesn't want to do that, then he doesn't want to do that. But, hey, at some point, I do feel like it's going to hit him in the head. But I'm just hoping when it does hit him in the head, it's not too late. You know what I'm saying? AEW, the public opinion of this company is plummeting so fast because they're not doing anything that made them AEW. They just look like a damn near WWE recap show. Or here's where the superstars go when they get released off of Raw, SmackDown, NXT. This is where they go to die. And not die literally, die character-wise. It's scary, bruh. I'm seeing it's just, I'm seeing Adam Cole discourse happening on the internet, and it's just reminiscing. It's just reminiscing. No one's talking about what he's doing right now. It's just reminiscing on NXT. What used to be. It's just reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking about the current Adam Cole storyline. They're just reminiscing like, damn, I wish we knew what we had while we had it. Shit, my public opinion of Ricochet has fallen. Ricochet really annoys me now. And that's heartbreaking to me because I love Ricochet. But between him not doing much of anything in AEW and him just whining every day on social media, it's ruining my public opinion about him. Every time I look at Ricochet, it's some, hey, he was complaining on Twitter. He's arguing with some fan. Hey, listen to me. I'm going to tell you something real quick. Millionaires should not be arguing with non-millionaires on the internet. I don't care if it's Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, YouTube comment section. I don't care what it is. If I'm ever blessed enough to become a millionaire, I promise you I'm not having an argument with anyone that isn't in my tax bracket. I'm not. You know why? Because I'm a millionaire. I'm not having a conversation with. I'm not. I have millionaire things to do, like being millionaires. You know what I'm saying? What am I arguing with you about? What am I arguing with you about? What possibly can we have a conversation about? Nothing. I'm a millionaire wrestler, and we're on social media arguing because you don't like me. It's like, bro, leave it alone. And thing is, Tony Khan does it too. Tony Khan does it too. He's a super duper duper millionaire. And he'd be on Twitter. Oh, I just think, bro, you look weird. You look weird, bro. Go do some money things. Go do some I'm a millionaire things. Delete Twitter, get off the app, and stop arguing with people who really are your consumers. You're pushing people away from your product. Actively. You're actively pushing people away from your product. It's not a problem to y'all? You don't see an issue with that? You need people to watch. AEW needs everyone who possibly can watch to watch. But they're pushing people away due to bad television and their talent and their leaders going on social media and arguing with people that are the people that have to watch the show. If they don't watch, the ratings go down. And I'm never subscribed. I promise. I used to do it before. I'm never letting anyone tell me that the ratings don't matter, because I watched as NXT got ran through the ground because AEW was walking them. I remember when TNA was getting walked through the ground when they tried to compete with Monday Night Raw. And TNA went through all that slander. While TNA was a terrible show at the time, TNA was having the same problem AEW has now. TNA was hiring Hogan and Bischoff, and Hogan was hiring all his old friends, Kevin Nash and all this stuff, to try to boost the rating, and he was losing to John Cena and Sheamus. You know what I'm saying? This stuff happens all of the time. This stuff happens all of the time. And for Tony Khan to be this wrestling historian that he says he is, you would think that he knows how this stuff goes, how this stuff ends. But apparently he doesn't, or he just doesn't care. And that makes me even more mad. If he just doesn't care. That's even more infuriating to me. If he doesn't care. But here we are. Here we are, man. AEW is a close to broken company. I don't care about $1 million deal, because like I said, I don't care how many millions the deal is. The TV deal doesn't matter when no one's watching the TV show. The TV deal does not matter when no one's watching the TV show. That's like spending $500 for a camera and nobody watches your movie. Is the movie still there? Absolutely. But you got to get people to care about it. And if you can't do that, you, my friend, just have you have the movie. And you can't get mad at people for not caring, because you haven't done anything to make people care. It is your job to make people care. It is AEW's job to make people care about this show week to week to week. But Tony Khan, he already said he doesn't do long-term booking. He books week to week. And that's the problem. People keep to book long-term. That's helping the fans get invested week to week. You booking week to week is not going to get the people to watch week to week, because now the fans are going to think there's like a new storyline happening every single show. And they don't know what to get invested in. There's no tune in next week to see what happens next. No, they'll just do something else. And there's no reason to turn back when you can go on YouTube and just see what they did. There's no reason to watch it live. There's no incentive. There's no incentive to watch AEW anymore. And the shows are just flat out boring. So listen, at this point, I hope that somebody gets it into Tony Khan's head. Hey, this isn't working. This isn't working. We need to pivot. We need to do something different extremely quickly. Or just watch as this show slowly dwindles down and down and down and down until we're having late generation TNA conversations. And like I said, this company will never fully go under WCW wise. Their fate is probably a lot more scary. Their fate is looking a lot more like those last days of TNA, which to me is a lot more scary than WCW just closing its doors after a while. TNA slowly became a worse show, and then it was just unwatchable at a point. And then they started doing what every company does, bring in people, bring in guys from Raw and SmackDown trying to get a ratings boost, and it never works. It never works. Because everyone already knows the cycle. Tony Khan, Bobby Lashley can't save you. MVP can't save you. Shelton Benjamin, he can't save you. Ricochet can't save you. Mercedes can't save you. The only thing that can save you is legitimate storytelling. That's it. And this is my last point for ending this video. Mox is supposed to be rebuilding AEW to become a better AEW. So how in the world is he a heel? I'm on Mox's side. How am I supposed to boo Mox and cheer Orange Cassidy when Mox is supposed to be changing AEW for the better? It's already bad. If Mox's storyline is making AEW better, I'm on Mox's side. I'm not on Orange Cassidy's side or whoever comes up to challenge him next. Why should I care? I want Mox to change AEW. Yes, make it better, please. I'm on the heel side. You know what I'm saying? If there's a whole bunch of people who don't like AEW and want it to change, and Jon Moxley is telling you every week, I'm going to change it, why would the fans boo the guy who's helping them out? Like what? Y'all be safe, man. Praise God. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you on the next video, man.